TV. I'm Josh, and today we're going to put the heads and valve train on my AMC 360. You may have seen on the last AMC 360 episode, my father-in-law and I did a 3-angle valve job on the heads. So now they are all fixed up, ready to go. Got all the new trick flow valve springs. All the valves have a new grind on them and lapped and seated. Should seal up real nice. So first thing we got to do, we're going to clean these threads out with the tap and just be real gentle. We don't want to pull any metal out, just want to make sure that they're good and clean. And clean up this gasket surface a little bit. And then we'll throw some copper coat on the gaskets and bolt these heads down. Got all the head bolt holes all cleaned out. Got the gasket surfaces cleaned. Got the head gaskets pulled out. I'm going to put a coat of copper coat right there on each side of the gasket. 2 reasons. One, I didn't have these heads or the deck milled. Also, the Jeep manual actually says to put a coat of sealant on the gasket material, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then anytime you're doing head bolts from the factory, there's always an order of tightening. So in my book here you can see start in the middle and you just kind of work your way around, and every vehicle is about the same as far as working from the middle and going out, but you'll want to grab your manual or look it up online, figure out what pattern they want you to do. So we're going to do this pattern, and they want it all done to 80 pounds, and then you do it again at 110 pounds. All right, here's the big one, 110. All right, right on. I'll go ahead and get this other side done, and then we'll start putting in the valve train. One thing I forgot to mention real quick about the gaskets. There is a top and bottom, and every head gasket I've ever seen has it labeled. I don't know if you can see it in the camera because I painted it now, but it says top. It's just kind of embossed in there, so make sure you just pay attention when you're putting your head gaskets on. There is a top and bottom. You want to make sure that the top is up. All right, got the heads on. So now this next part, putting the lifters in, there's a little controversy on what the proper way to do it is. So the way I was taught was to soak the lifters at least for a certain period of time, sometimes overnight, and sometimes you can even use a push rod to push on them and prime them. There are some forums saying that this is not necessary, and there's actually some manufacturers that say do not do it, but the guys at Summit Racing also say to soak your lifters overnight, and these are Summit Racing brand lifters. So I'm going to go ahead and soak them in some oil. Alright, so the lifter's been soaking since this morning. All the kids are in bed and everything, so back at it. Gonna put these lifters in, and then we'll start putting the push rods and rockers on. Alright, check it out. The long block is back together. Super excited about that. So, in the next episode, working on the AMC 360, we'll be working on the intake. So I just want to kind of clean it up a little bit more, and I'm just going to paint it black when I install on the motor. But one thing I have to do is I clean this guy up, and it has to be riveted to the bottom here. But it's pretty nasty. So I gotta clean all this junk up, make it nice and clean, and then rivet that on there. Then I gotta learn how to put a valley pan gasket in. You can see here it's not like bent for the motor, and so I'm gonna figure out how that bends and seals in there, and got to put some ultra black on there. So got to figure out how to do that. There's some instructions, but never done one of these. So, and then I want to paint up my valve covers. So I'm going to paint them up green because I'm going to go with like that military look, and paint up that pan green, and then start working on the accessories. So I'm going to try to go on one more wheeling trip in the Jeep before I pull the motor, swap it out, because who knows how long it's going to take me to swap it out. But pretty excited to have a few more ponies under the hood. I do want to say a huge thanks to all of you that have subscribed. It's really motivating for me. It's been really fun putting these videos together. I just hit, I think after the Baja 1000, hit just over 100 videos, which is just kind of crazy to think about, because like each one, just the editing alone is 2 or 3 hours, sometimes more. So that's like 2,000 to 3,000 hours in editing. Not to mention the time putting in the projects, which I'd be doing anyway. But man, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. And so thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed. Thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed. It's really cool. Gonna try to put together a giveaway. Honestly, might not happen until first of the year, because just got a lot going on right now. But I do want to put something together to just say thank you for hitting 500. And yeah, hope it just keeps on growing. So the more it grows, the more we can do. So anyway, thank you for watching. Wheel it, wreck it, wrench it, repeat. See you next time.